What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is ChronoJJ, none other than the birthday boy. Birthday boy ChronoJJ. Don't ask how old he is. It's rude once you get to a certain age. It's yes, it can be a little bit of an insult to ask how old a certain person is. But I must note here that we did have a small amount of idle villager time in this town center, and that does give some indication of the age of ChronoJJ currently. Anyways, his opponent today in the right side of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. Only as Poseidon. His name is 3antozz. 3antozz is one of those up-and-comer players who's been mapping, basing his play on the myth, the legend Matreiuss. He has been attempting to become Matreiuss in the flesh. Poseidon one trick here on the Voobly game platform. We've got 3antozz versus ChronoJJ relics on this map. We've got the Tail of Cerberus here. Very, very, very useless relic here. We've got the Scarab Pendant. This one is actually not that bad. I'm not sure if... it was funny. I was actually reading through the patch changes recently, and apparently this relic is only supposed to do plus 100% bonus damage. It's only supposed to be plus 20% bonus damage for siege. Apparently, but it says it's plus 100, which maybe means that change never made it in or got reverted. I'm not sure. We've got the Dwarven Calipers over here, which is also, this is a very siegey relics here. The negative resource cost for the Dwarven Calipers. We've also got over here in the bottom of the map, the Fetters of Fenrir. This relic's actually quite good for the Atlantean players because it allows them to very easily get a hold of their hunts. And it's a good time. But we'll see what these guys are going to do. Oranos versus Poseidon is no snooze of a matchup for either player. It's looking like potentially ChronoJJ is forgetting his house. No, he's going for 4. Wait, what? No, his house is here. Oh. Maybe I'm the one getting old. Oh, ChronoJJ is going for a 4-minute advance time for some reason here. I'm not... It's going to be 4:10? 4:10. A little bit late. Picking Oceanus. Going Oceanus, then going Prometheus here. Just can't decide what he wants to do. So the waterfall. Let's see if ChronoJJ does some villager micro into the manor. Nope, no villager micro there. What is 3antozz doing? Still not advancing. 3antozz loves to get this early Theseus going down. Sometimes it's useful because you can get some early harassment, but a lot of the times it's just going to delay your classical edge, as we are seeing that 3antozz did not have the resources to advance there. If he instead built a villager, he would have been able to advance and not have to build that extra villager there. I think there's a little bit of... I think when you get the early Theseus out, you need to put the villagers over onto food more heavily, so you only have 2 villagers on gold, 3 villagers on wood, the rest go to food, and you can afford to get the Theseus out and get a 340, what is it, 342 advance time. But if you do it like this, it's always going to delay yourself. But there's ChronoJJ's Prometheus. Ares is the god of choice here for 3antozz. Very ballsy indeed. We see the Valor coming through for ChronoJJ. Going to be hitting this granary here. We've got 3antozz picking up the Fetters of Fenrir, deciding to go straight after that. Nice micro from ChronoJJ to pull back this villager, casting the shockwave as the Promethean coming in. 1 Oracle just about to go down to the Theseus. We see a villager just about to fall here. It's going to be 2 villager kills for ChronoJJ if he can get his units in the right spot. And the Promethean just about to hit this villager. And he does get that. Yes, he's going to get And he gets the kill. 2 villager kills for the trade of a shockwave. 3 villager kills for the trade of a shockwave here. If this villager can go down, definitely sacrifice the Promethean here for it. And he does manage to get that villager. 3 villager kills already for ChronoJJ at the 5th minute of this game. Cyclops comes down. We've got a counter barracks coming down, a military barracks. ChronoJJ should put this over in the back of his base somewhere so that it doesn't get targeted down. We've got the Oracles fighting against Theseus here, and the Cyclops comes in. That's going to bring those Oracles back. Nice micro from ChronoJJ, except we've got the classic ChronoJJ experience. If you've ever watched any of ChronoJJ's games, he does make a point of being housed for the majority of the game, and we're not making any exception for this game here today. We do see he has decided to pick up the Scarab Pendant. He's going to bring that one back to his temple, run away from the Theseus. Both of these units roughly the same speed. We've got the Pestilence down for 3antozz onto ChronoJJ's military buildings, and that's going to really hurt ChronoJJ because he just got that house up, so it's going to be even longer on the 35 of 55 population. When you get Pestilence, the best thing to do is to get your upgrades out, because Pestilence doesn't slow your upgrades down, so you can get an early, medium infantry here. But while this is going on, we've got 3antozz going for his second town center. We've got the Promethean getting chased down by the Theseus. Theseus way too fast for the Promethean. Will eventually slice him up, one more hit, and then he'll probably kill at least one of those 2 Promethean offsprings, because he should get 2 hits off before they can run here. 1, 2, 3, even actually manages to pick all of them as ChronoJJ doesn't bother to pull them away. There's another Valor here for ChronoJJ. We see the Cyclops gets one big whack onto that normal citizen there before having to retreat away. Going to lose a lot of HP on the retreat path. The Cyclops, a tank of a unit with 50% hack armor, 50% pierce armor, and 650 HP. An absolute bonkers classical age unit here. But it probably actually won't get away from this. It's got a long way to run to get back to this town center. And even if it does, it's going to be such low HP. And there we go. We do see the Cyclops falling there. So nice play from ChronoJJ, getting all over it. And we are seeing him going for the early second town center here, or relatively early second town center. He should still be able to pump units out, though it looks like he's housed again. No surprises there. 3antozz, on the other hand, is quietly throwing his houses down, getting his walls up, trying to get access to hunt behind this second town center here. He's got the water buffalo. He probably could have, maybe getting this Fetters of Finra, not the best, because you want to drag the water buffalo underneath your town center so that you don't get harassed from the outside. We do see these walls do get taken down here by ChronoJJ. 3antozz coming in with his Apollodar and the Theseus, going to be hitting these units as best as he can. The Hippocon coming in, going to be able to start bashing these Termor ways. They do have to retreat, but more units coming into the fray, ready to turn around, going to be dealing a little bit of damage onto these Hippocon. That Theseus very, very low HP as well, but the Apollodar just about to snipe the low HP Murmilla with only 3 HP left. Theseus being left alive for the time being on 24 HP, and then we will see ChronoJJ make a small retreat. This Murmilla finally gets sniped there, and we've still got ChronoJJ housed. Still housed. That's another minute of being housed. He decides to throw up 2 matters there and get another military building up just to make up for his housing crisis. The homeless are rampant in ChronoJJ's civilization, but we do see that 3antozz going for these crowned cranes. It's oftentimes you forget about crowned cranes. These are 100 food huntables, which are, I mean, you would hunt hyena if they were close to you. So why not hunt crowned crane? Like they're good, and they're actually quite low on the HP as well. And you've also got Fetters of Fenrir, so it makes them even better to gather from. Especially if you get husbandry as well. There's going to be a lot of interesting efficiency issues without getting husbandry. We do see it coming through for 3antozz, and then he's going to be totally fine there. ChronoJJ needs to find something to do with these units. One of the biggest advantages for Oranos is the movement speed, being able to raid quite strong everywhere. He's going to come in, try and pick off the villagers over here on the back. We've got 3antozz throwing up another house over here Throwing the houses up everywhere at this point. And we'll see if ChronoJJ knows about this wood situation. He's almost going to snipe this villager. Does manage to snipe a villager there and doesn't even lose any villagers, any military for it. Nice play, but ChronoJJ reacting to it, coming over with his units. We do have a straight termir here for ChronoJJ. The villagers have been pushed back away from this wood line for the time being. The Hippocon coming in, though. We do have a Catapulti here, and the Catapulti is ridiculously strong. You see that damage that he does. Not only does he do that crazy amount of damage, also 34% hack armor. So he tanks like an absolute beast here. And because ChronoJJ is going Toxote, Hippocon, you can basically just go Catapulti termir against this. This is why a lot of the top players go for the Hippocon hoplite against Atlantean, because there's no real counter for it. Or at the very least, it's not there's no it's kind of an even trade into the Murmillo termir or Murmillo Kyra Ballista. It's kind of even. We do see ChronoJJ searching around looking for some more hunt villages. The termir distracting ChronoJJ's army over here. The Promethean offspring see the crown cranes getting eaten. They possibly can move in, get some villager kills while he's getting distracted here, or even just use this as a distraction. Another villager kill looks like it's just about to come for ChronoJJ. Does lose his Promethean offsprings though. Oh, leaves him alive with 2 HP. We see the units moving in for ChronoJJ, moving through ChronoJJ's base. Obviously, ChronoJJ can see this in his line of sight, but while this is going on, ChronoJJ getting his 3rd town center here, just playing this one, apart from the housing crises that he's had, playing this one incredibly well in terms of the strategy, in terms of the timings on his town centers and everything else. If we check out the military or the population, he's at 109 population, so completely fine here. And this just goes to show, if you do make mistakes in the game, don't let it bother you. Keep going. Get that 3rd military building down to make up for it. And just continue as if you didn't make any mistakes. Very, very good ideas indeed. And now we are seeing that ChronoJJ's getting pushed off this wood line again. He might want to consider just coming over onto these marsh trees here. It's a fairly decent location to gather wood from. Yes, this one is okay as well, but he might want to wall this off just up to the top here to sort of make it a little bit easier on himself. We see a Catapulti raid here. Catapultis aren't the best for raiding. Not only are they, I think they're slow. They're the same speed as a Murmillo, but the more prevalent issue is they only do 5 damage to a villager. It's like doing an Axeman raid or something. It's just not gonna cut it. And the termir coming back in should be able to snipe those Toxotes that are out of position. There's the 3rd town center for ChronoJJ. He's going to be coming into full villages very, very soon. I'd have to expect. And while this is all going on, he's just happily hunting over here and happily gathering gold over here. And ChronoJJ is just completely on the back foot right now. And you see that ChronoJJ is moving on to this random marsh tree here. He's got this big oak tree over here, or forest, that he could gather from. But we are seeing ChronoJJ deciding to fight here. It's not the best fight without his Catapulti, which are for some reason getting a little bit antsy near this town center, going for a snipe on a villager. Maybe ChronoJJ won't notice it, but it does look like he has noticed it enough that the town center will be able to clean that one up. We're seeing the Hippocon making a big push in here, but the termir from ChronoJJ going after the Toxotes, the military or the infantry of ChronoJJ taking out the Hippocon here. So it's just a really nice play from ChronoJJ. Nice Michael, unfortunately targeting them the ball there. And we're going to be able to see this Hippolyta just about to fall as well. The termir falling very, very quickly, though. It's a nice trade for ChronoJJ, to say the very least, if he can get a little bit of those Hippocon onto the termir. But ChronoJJ hits Thea here, making military barracks. We'll see if he wants to transition into Contarius here. Spirit of Poseidon. Is it Spirit of Poseidon? Doesn't say. Here we go. Poseidon's Secret, not Spirit of Poseidon. What am I talking about? Poseidon's Secret coming through for ChronoJJ could mean, well, if he ever gets it, could mean Contarius raids, getting a later a later Lance of Stone to make a big push onto the side of the base. Very, very strong as well. Alternatively, like the safest play that ChronoJJ has right now is simply just throw the market down, go Hecate, click Titan, and then go up. But ChronoJJ's never been a man who likes to do things simply. He wants to go for the side build, even maybe give it away as the villagers running straight past, and we see the military barracks going down. ChronoJJ will notice that, but he loses 6 villagers for it, and ChronoJJ exclaiming dude here as he's not happy at all of his villager losses. The Stymphalian bird coming over to help finish these ones off. The villagers onto the town center as well. ChronoJJ does have a strong force here, but I think he's very, very far behind, not even at 130 population, trying to get to the heroic age, trying to go for Aphrodite. If he can get to Aphrodite fast enough, might be able to take this location down. That Hesperid Street could have been placed right at the front to block any sort of curse here, but not going for it. Aphrodite is actually on the way already, so this could be a nightmare for ChronoJJ, and this could mean Stymphalian bird, Hesperid Tree for ChronoJJ if ChronoJJ can win this fight. But ChronoJJ needs to get out all of his heroes, get out Atlanta, Hippolyta, Theseus, fight this back before this comes up. Nice curse going down. Gets at least, what's this, 6 kills here before returning. We do see some Contarias coming out. A Nemean line coming through. The last Valor for ChronoJJ coming down in order to try and deal with that Nemean line, though he does have the Stymphalian bird in the sky. And if he can keep that one alive, he'll be able to clean up the Nemean line easily. But here's 4 town centers for ChronoJJ, who's got a lot of resources in the bank, maybe too much wood income at this point with those 10 villagers on the wood. Maybe he can transition into more farms, but definitely over onto this gold mine wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's check the economic upgrades now for ChronoJJ. He's got irrigation, he's got pickaxe, he's got hand axe. We've got hand axe shaft mine for ChronoJJ, though. ChronoJJ still has some chances here, throwing up a fortress or even going straight heroic age or straight mythic age, going for an Artemis here. He's got a lot of villagers on farms, though not many are still on there. He's actually throwing up some military academies, maybe deciding to go pacifist here against the infantry-based army of ChronoJJ, but we do see already heavy Hippocon, so obviously ChronoJJ deciding he wants to stay in the classic or the heroic age here for a little while, which will probably mean, we've already got a trade route started here for ChronoJJ, bringing out the inner Egyptian in him. I don't see any of the top players, any of the top Oranos players going for early trade routes because it costs a lot of extra food that you do need for either spamming units or getting or age jumping. Normally I see the trade route started once you've clicked heroic, mythic age, or even after you've grabbed champion infantry, champion archers or something like that. But ChronoJJ does things his way. Now we're seeing the fortress is up. This is a sneaky fortress here from ChronoJJ. It has been spotted. A palace is on the way for ChronoJJ, but these are going to be very difficult Petropoli to push back, and this town center may fall, and this is going to be a very, very interesting part of this game where this side of the map is going to be ChronoJJ's, but this amount of the map will be ChronoJJ's. So we'll see if ChronoJJ is going to overcommit in an attempt to pick this fortress off or what. Meanwhile, does ChronoJJ try and go onto this location? I don't think he should. There's already 2 watchtowers palace. This is definitely the right play for ChronoJJ. So get his army over onto this side. Get some defenses down. Get watchtowers. How's the economy going? What's the technologies? We've got Artemis coming through for ChronoJJ. And we've got fortified town centers. Quarry coming through for ChronoJJ. Irrigation. Fortified town centers for ChronoJJ as well. And this wall going down, or not quite going down, 15 HP. And ChronoJJ looks like he's hit a little bit of an issue here in this game. Still, he's spamming out this trade, but he's got no resources in the bank right now. He's not going mythic age. He's going to be stuck in this heroic age for quite some time. So if ChronoJJ can utilize his earthquake to get this talent center for himself here, it's going to be a very, very different story. There's the Artemis. Where's he going to use it? I hope he doesn't use it over here because there's possibly enough building HP over here, unless he uses the earthquake like just on the edge of the town center. Obviously the town center will down just on the edge of the town center, and the palace could potentially kill all this. We do see some destroyers coming through for ChronoJJ. Still no earthquake coming down. We've got the sentry towers coming up here, about to be turned into watchtowers. I have to expect, yes, watchtowers Watchtower's coming through. Carpenter's coming through for ChronoJJ, just spending all of his resources here in an effort to just get ahead on the tech, but no Mythic Age, still very low on the food. He's got only 7 villages on food right now, which is probably not enough given the amount of units he's making that are food based. But we do see ChronoJJ's town center does go down. Meanwhile, the destroyers for ChronoJJ going after the hometown center. He does take down the fortress, though. That does mean that 6 militia come through. The Stymphalian birds will very easily be able to pick them off. ChronoJJ might want to think about getting heavy infantry before he did this, but he's still going for it. How are the armory upgrades going? He's got pierce armor. He's got hack armor. Earthquake coming down onto this location. Takes down the palace. Takes down the towers. Takes down the town center. He does take down the town center as well. Looks like this military barracks probably should have been a little bit closer here, but now ChronoJJ's on 2 town centers. 3antozz 2 town centers. He's going to desperately attempt to keep this town center from going up. This is potentially going to mean that ChronoJJ's economy just absolutely skyrockets here because he's got a lot of economy and no population to use it. But that also is the same case for 3antozz. He's getting out his Polyphemus. Polyphemus is basically a Colossus at this stage of the game, and no real tangible weakness. Colossus can get picked off by a mummy, by an Argus, by a Medusa, by heroes, but a Polyphemus cannot, and it's going to be a very difficult time to get this town center up. We've got a Paspis streaming in here for 3antozz as well to delay this one, but ChronoJJ has denied this town center for the time being. Very short on the gold. It's looking like the Nemean Lions have picked off so many citizens over here. ChronoJJ wasn't paying attention, but he does have the trade route already started here. How many trade caravans do we have? We've got only 14. So 14, I mean, he's only on 2 town centers at this point, trying to get the third one up. The Polyphemus comes in, and now we see the sheer brute force of a Polyphemus in the late game. Completely decimates those dryads there. Completely destroys everything in this base. 49% pierce armor currently, able to just pick everything off. We do see a watchtower coming down. The Arcus should be able to take down these Paspis without too much difficulty. I'll try and find the words. I'll eventually find my tongue. But the Paspis do get picked off. It looks like the Stymphalian birds are going to fall victim to a watchtower here. Meanwhile, villagers coming around attempting to take this town center for themselves here. ChronoJJ almost able to click Mythic here, still building more villages, but there's another Hesperus tree going on in the base for ChronoJJ. A Mythic Age right now will be very, very big. We'll see what he wants to go. Potentially, at this stage of the game, you might not want to go for Hecate. Hecate's more of an early Mythic Age, like early 20, I guess, early 17 to 20 minutes. You can get some super value out of Tartarian Gate, but at this stage, Polyphemus will just kill it by himself, basically. And any tangible amount of time you're going to gather from it's just not going to cut it. But we do see that this town center getting denied yet again by ChronoJJ, who's able to continually stream units into here. We've also got the watchtowers coming up over here for 3antozz, going to be denying everything. The big problem for 3antozz is going to be gold. He's got no trade. He's got 1 gold mine. If he does make a trade route, it's going to be awful. He could potentially make it from here over to here. But if this town center never goes up, which doesn't look like it's going to, I mean, maybe it will. We don't see any Petropolis or anything else with 6 villages over here. Do we finally see a Mythic Age? We do see a Mythic Age. Helios is the god of choice. ChronoJJ making the right decision here. You can get those upgrades for his... if I can find a palace anywhere on the map, which I cannot, you can get those upgrades. I can't remember what it's called because you barely see it. But Halo of the Sun, which gives crazy amounts of bonus damage. And not only that, we've also got the Dwarven Calipers, and also Scarab Pendant. So it's going to be really cheap. And now ChronoJJ's gold. ChronoJJ's gold is getting attacked. This is huge for ChronoJJ right now. Absolutely gigantic. We see ChronoJJ attempting to push in here, but the guard tower is so strong. No siege over here, no fortress. Should have rebuilt the fortress instead of all these towers. Would have been really, really important. But ChronoJJ's going to attempt to get this town center back, which is going to give him access to these gold mines, which is going to be huge. ChronoJJ gets this town center, but Helios is going to come through, and a vortex on this location is going to be absolutely gigantic. But we still don't see any semblance of palaces coming through for ChronoJJ to make those Halo of the Sun. Oh, there they are. Halo of the Sun, Fire Siphon. ChronoJJ very low on the population right now. Obviously struggling for the economy. And in this stage of the game, ChronoJJ decides to tap out. Looks like just too low on the gold. Can't keep up with this. GG. Well played by ChronoJJ. It looked like ChronoJJ was going to make a miracle comeback here with the Polyphemus coming this way with this acute fortress over here, making Petropolis behind the walls, and ChronoJJ was trying hard to lose this one, I tell you what, but did not lose it in the end. Gets his win for his birthday. Happy birthday to ChronoJJ. You deserve it. Go and enjoy some French toast and all of the pleasures in life. If you enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in some other content creators, I do expect you to go over and follow ChronoJJ on his Twitch as well. It is simply just ChronoJJ, or www.twitch.tv/ChronoJJ. And I will see you guys in the next game.